Hello and welcome back to Pokemon X Randomizer Nuzlocke. This is part 23. In last episode, we had ourselves one crazy close call with a very strong Blaziken that nearly absolutely annihilated our team by getting to +6 bulk up, which was very scary. We also had a bunch of Megas come out in the end of the episode, such as Mega Gardevoir, which nearly killed our Regigigas. It was a very scary time, and hopefully today is a little bit less scary. My aim for today, hopefully this rain is a sign, is to get Frillish evolved and make our way to the next town nice and simply, have ourselves an encounter for Route 15 where we can go ahead and start things off. So I believe it is time to go ahead and make our way through Brunway. I do not remember this route. To be honest, I barely remember the fact that they have names other than just Route 15 in Pokemon games. But we are going to be leading with Zekrom to catch things, which means we do not want the Choice Band on it, because I don't want to be Choice Banded into Dragon Rage or Thunder Wave. Zekrom is our catcher. Feels a bit weird to have Zekrom as a catching Pokemon, but it is our best catching Pokemon right now, and our encounter for Route 15 is going to be God. The strongest Pokemon of all time. I'm not even sad about this, to be honest, because one of my biggest issues I have right now is a lack of water types. So the Barrel is a water type, although that does mean evolving Bidoof, which I think is actually one of the cardinal sins. I think you get executed if you evolve Bidoof into its inferior form. It's basically just like a downgrade in all ways. So I don't know. We might have to just keep it as a Bidoof. It would be kind of funny to take a Bidoof into the Elite Four. It would be kind of funny. I don't think I'm gonna do it, but who knows? Anything can happen. It does have Yawn for catching Pokemon. Think about it like that. Okay, we've got a great catching Pokemon that can put things to sleep. Now, whoa, we don't need the Master Ball. Hold on. Whoa. I know I hovered it because I was thinking for a second. I don't think we need to Master Ball this. I think, to be honest, this Pokemon, it needs the Premier Ball. This is a Premier Pokemon. I am celebrating an event, the event of catching God. So let's go ahead and catch this thing with Premier Ball. All things considered, I'm just happy that this is an easy encounter, to be honest, because the last thing I want at this point is to lose a Pokemon trying to catch a Pokemon. Like, if I got an Articuno as my encounter right here or something like that, that would suck for Zekrom, because Zekrom would then be in danger of Ice-type moves. But I'm fine with this. What on earth do we call a Bidoof? This right here, this is Meatloaf the Bidoof. This is Meatloaf the Bidoof. He has some meat to it, okay? He's a plump Bidoof. He's meaty. That's what we need right there. Well, we can go ahead and put the Choice Band back on now to go back to Choice Band Dragon Clawing things with Zekrom's incredibly high attack stat. Where is my choice? Oh, right, we have 2 Choice Bands. Right, I nearly forgot about that, of course. Which means we could have a Choice Banded Bidoof on the team as well. If we put it on there, I need to stop like this, but we're not doing it. I'm not doing it. Do we have items and trainers in these little grass piles? I feel like we do. There's an item. A Metachamite. Okay, Metachamite. Okay. I mean, Mega Metacham is very good. It's very good. It's also another Megastone for our incredible collection of Megastones that we're not going to be able to use. Which is the one downside of, you know, Pokemon Gen 6 randomizers, is there's a lot of Megastones in the game, which means that that's a large portion of the item table that can be picked up, and realistically, you are not going to get the majority. Was it raining still? I know it was raining when we were in the Town, but was it raining here? Did I somehow block out the rain from my vision? Did I manage to just, like, ignore that? Or did the rain just randomly pop back up? Not that it's really a problem. I'm just confused at what happened. But whatever. Either way, I don't care. Works for me. We can annihilate the question to easily get level 40 on Zekrom. I think 50 is Fusion Bolt. So I don't think we're getting that for a bit. But still, eventually. And there's a Cresselia. Okay. I think Sylveon beats Cresselia in a 1v1, which is a bold claim because Cresselia is a wall, and it is the wall of walls. This thing has some scary moves for Zekrom, but also it has some incredible bulk to it. But I think as we have Moonblast now and we're not relying on just Flaming Kiss, we should be fine, right? We should be fine just blast it down. Just that chance to lower special attack, lovely. I don't think Cresselia really has too many great moves. The only move I'm afraid of is Moonlight. That's not great damage. This is gonna be a little bit of a long fight, I think. Safeguard is fine. Safeguard is fine. Just don't Moonlight. As long as we don't see Moonlight, this is like a 4-hit kill. That's respectable considering it's a Cresselia. I will take that. We also aren't really in any fear of going down ourselves. Future Sight, that is the scariest move that it can go for, but it is very limited because it can only hit every Golem. That's fine. It's fine. We might be able to just like annihilate the Cresselia before Future Sight even hits. As long as we don't see Moonlight. Yes. Oh, it doesn't have it. Oh. 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 The rare experience of a Cresselia with no healing moves. What on earth? Oh, what are you even doing here? You fool. It's here to feed me XP. Sure thing. And Togepi. You know, the Cresselia might have been a little bit more scary than the Togepi. Although the Togepi can metronome things. Wish. That's fine, as long as it's not metronoming anything. You never know when it's gonna metronome Dick Hole. Although it wouldn't work. But you never know. Although it'd be pretty close to working. It wouldn't be impossible. It's only a level down. If I swapped into the wrong thing, metronome, sheer cold. One day it's going to happen to me, and I will cry. Right. I am reconsidering this Choice Band on Pickle. Realistically, Choice Band Dragonclaw, very strong move. Very, very, very strong. Very, very, very good. However, there have been a lot of times where I just click Thunderbolt. Right? Do I really want to keep a Choice Band on this? Also, I probably... As it's raining, I know this is risky because Dark types can have Pursuit. I'm going to lead with Frillish so it can get the XP that it needs. I'm going to keep going through these because I need to see every single potential little bundle of items that I can. I need every single one or else I explode. Oh, hi, you here to interview me? Yeah, I was here to interview this pilot of leaves, actually, and you kind of ruined my day. I mean, I had a goal set out and everything. Celebi. Probably not the time to be leading with Frillish, as, you know, it tends to be. Level 41. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight to a Bomb Snow, because that way we can get rid of the rain, which, the rain, honestly, is more convenient for anything, but more importantly, it can't hit us with anything grass type related, which was probably what was coming towards Frillish if it was smart moves. It was not using smart moves, it was using moves to predict. Okay. Okay. The good news is it didn't boost. That's the good news. That's it. That's the end of the good news. That's it. Is it time for Dragonclaw? It might be time for Dragonclaw. I hate how much I'm relying on the Zekrom, because if anything happens to the Zekrom, I know I'm jinxing things again. If anything happens to the Zekrom, I am in so much trouble. I have been relying on it as such a crutch at this point. I do feel like a fire type would go a long way on my team if anything were to happen, but I would prefer nothing to happen, obviously. We spend Dragonclaw. Shouldn't have anything to worry about in terms of, you know, moves that it can go for, other than maybe like a Psychic, but also Celebi's moves, that's weird. Dragonclaw not enough to one-hit KO a Celebi, which is good knowledge, considering Celebi's stats are just 100 and everything, so it's very easy to, like, use that as a damage check. Which is something that I do a lot. I do keep in mind how much damage my Pokemon are doing as I go through. One of the things that trips me up the most in any kind of randomizer or anything like that is changing out my Pokemon team and training up a Pokemon team. If I train up a Pokemon team, I no longer know, like, roughly how much damage they're going to do to every Pokemon, and that does trip me up a little bit. So that's why normally if I lose a Pokemon, things start to, like, spiral out of control very quickly. New item. Oh, piece of candy. We might just rare candy Frillish this last level. Right? I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's time, right? We got that immediately after, you know, Frillish at level 39? It's like a sign. Frillish? Please. Evolve. You've earned this. Earned your loss of the Eviolite, which might screw me over actually, but we'll see. Pringles finally gets to live up to its name. It gets to become the Pringles Man icon on the tube. Congrats. Okay. There it is. There it is. Fine. Don't ask how many of those I have beside me. You will not like the answer. It's more than it should be. It's the only answer that you need. The fact that I can just get down and grab them, that's bad sign. Anyway, we're going to take that Eviolite off. We're going to have a brief look at your stats. Of course, you have Water Absorb, which is lovely. You've got that good, beefy special attack. Oh, it's not the craziest special attack when you compare it to some of the other Pokemon on our team, but it's still respectable. Obviously, Surf is the main move we're going to be using with this, and we need to decide what item you are going to hold in place. Obviously, not a Choice Band. Obviously, not an Eviolite. We can put the Eviolite on Graveler now. Water Gem is great one time, but that doesn't help us in the long run. Black Sludge is plus. Metronome is an option. Mystic Water is an option. Wave Sense is an option. Wise Glasses. Wise Glasses. Wise Glasses. It's been a while since I've looked through my item list, actually, so this is also good to remind myself of some of the things that we have. 3 Charizardite Wise. That's annoying. That's actually a thing. I think the Wise Glasses is probably the best item in this. Or good old Jellicent, not Frillish. Gotta get used to saying that now. To have. And I guess the Eviolite goes to Graveler, and we have ourselves a slight upgrade to our physical defense of our Graveler and our overall stats to our Frillish. So, you know what? Good. And that also means that we could put utility moves onto Graveler because we're no longer Assault Vested. So if we wanted to put any moves that would be more beneficial, like setup or anything like that, we can. And I don't know what moves those would be, but we have the option. We can't break this, can we? Cannot. Are you going to battle me as I run through? Yes. That's scary, but it's what it is. Double battles are what I hate the most. Dickens do Latias and Meowth. This is okay. This is okay. This is fine. I'm going to prioritize the Meowth because I want to fight 2v1. So I'm going to Ominous Wind the Meowstick, and I am going to knock off the Meowstick. That is the plan. We're probably going to be going second on both of our Pokemon, but both of these Pokemon have good special defense and good HP, so I feel pretty confident. Then Headbutt, okay, that's physical, so it is worse, but also I'm pretty confident in our team being able to win here. Rocky Helmet damage is also nice. Psychic also into Regigigas. Regigigas is going to get bonked a little bit, but that's fine. Ominous Wind does very good damage, actually. But Regigigas flinching. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We are just going to, you know, do the obvious thing here and Hyper Potion Regigigas on itself, on its turn, so that we can go ahead and hopefully have Frillish take things out. That's fine. That's fine. As far as double battles go, this could have been way scarier if they led with 2 Dark types rather than 2 Psychic types. It would have been that simple. You know, if they had, like, double Pursuit User and I lost my Jellicent immediately after evolving it, I would have been furious. But we are okay. We are fine. I don't think Latias has anything else that would be super scary for us, so I think that we are good to just go ahead, Ominous Wind into it, and knock off into it, and we should be fine. Right, I don't think there's anything scary that can happen here. It's a Headbutt, that's fine. It's fine. We flinch, of course, because that seems to be a theme. Another Ominous Wind should basically take it out. Surely there's not another flinch. That would be crazy. I did actually do a considerable amount of damage. Ominous Wind hits, Knock Off hits, goodbye Mega Latias. A scary Pokemon for sure, but we had things to deal with it, so thankfully it didn't get to be too scary. We also went for physical moves. It was a choice. I don't know about that one. That one was just weird. But as we get past the scary bit, let's get into question of the day. Question of the day. We're getting a little bit morbid with this one, maybe. Getting a little bit you know, less happy thoughts. But at the same time, we're gonna put a spin on it to make it goofy in the same way, so it's fine. Question of the day is, what would your death row meal be? Where did this come from, you might ask? I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to think of other things that would be food related, because obviously we've been naming all of our Pokemon food related things as we've gone through the game. And I was thinking, what other questions can I ask to do with food? And that one popped into my mind, because, you know, when people are on death row, they get given one final meal to eat before they are executed. And a lot of people like to have their favorite meal as their final meal. It's like a last thing, they want to go on the happiest meal. I don't have that mindset. And this is why my answer to this question is a little bit stranger than most. Because I know that there is a certain trend that seems to happen of people get articles written about them when they have a really, really, really strange final meal. So that's why, for my final meal, I would want to pick something that just makes everyone in the entire world go, why on earth would anyone choose this as their final meal? I would go for the fame and glory of being the weirdest meal. Like, I know there was one guy on death row that managed to get dirt, just a lump of dirt as his final meal, and honestly, I feel inspired by that. So, for my final meal, I would want to choose something really wacky. I'm currently thinking. I'm thinking if I can make something really, really wacky. At the moment, I have the idea of, you know, a snake, which is already starting off weird, right? But imagine a snake, but you fill the dead snake with cookies lined up like the snake skin is the packaging for cookies, and you just eat it. Yeah, I need some sleep, if you can tell, if that's what my brain is coming up with. But that's the kind of idea of what I would go for with my death row meal, because I feel like that'd be really, really strange. I feel like that would have to be one of the strangest things that's been requested for a death row meal. Can you imagine a snake filled with its innards with cookies? It's messed up. It's messed up. There are a lot of people that have been on death row that have asked for, you know, kinda things. Like, there was one person on death row that requested pizzas for the homeless in his area. And even despite knowing this in the back of my mind, yes, I'm still requesting a snake filled with cookies, I know. Does that make me a bad person? Absolutely it does. Charge Beam, scary. Okay, yep, can see electrified this. But yeah, I am interested in what everyone else's death row meals would be, because I'm interested in, one, if, you know, most people are going to choose their favorite meals, because, you know, you are about to die at the end of the day. A lot of people probably want to die happy. But also, I'm interested in other weird takes as well, because, let's be honest, it's a fun story to go out on, you know? So that's question of the day, which, you know, like I said, it's a little bit morbid. You know, not everyone likes to think about when they're going to die, but also, we're trying to put a fun spin on it, like I said, so. Can I grab any item? Oh, Route 16. Can I go this way? Can I get another encounter this way? Is it encounter time number 2? Not that anything can top Bidoof, of course. Bidoof is clearly the best encounter imaginable. No. No. No, I get the option for Sky Trainers. They only use Pokemon you have that can fly. I don't know if Zekrom would count. That's the only Pokemon on my team right now that I think could fly, maybe. But we can get an encounter, so... Zekrom. No more Choice Band. It's time for you to not be the absolute monster. It's time for you to be the catcher. Our Route 16 encounter is going to be Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Barboat. Okay. Okay. On the one hand, great typing. Wonderful typing. Water ground, incredibly good typing. On the other hand, Barboach. Barboach. I'm gonna Dragon Rage again. I have no idea if it has a recoil move like Takedown. I don't think it does. If it does, I'm not gonna be too hurt about it. While Bidoof deserved a Premier Ball, this will get a Pokeball. And that is all. It could have a ground type move like Magnitude or Earthquake or something like that, but even if it did, I don't think Zekrom is in any danger, so I think we're fine just for this ball thing. We do catch the Barboach in one Pokeball. Barboach. Have we called a Pokemon Super yet? I don't remember calling a Pokemon Super yet, which is strange because there's a lot of fish Pokemon in the game, and I don't think we've done that yet. As far as I can tell on my list on the side, I have not named a Pokemon Sushi, and Barboach is going to be the first one we're going to use as Sushi. There are definitely better Pokemon for the name, but also, we haven't had a lot of water types yet, so I feel like that will work. What else could I have gotten? Go ahead, ruin my day. Honestly, in my mind, Whiscash and Camerupt are about on par. I'm not too annoyed about either, although Camerupt does have a Mega Stone. Does mean that Camerupt probably would have been better, but also the typing's a little bit worse. That feels more even. Can I go up here and grab goodies? Oh, this is just a little balcony? Okay, alright, sure. You see an item there on the left. Am I gonna need cut to get to that? It seems like it. Either way, this is Route 16. We don't have to head this way just yet. I was just interested in the encounter. We do have ourselves a new town to enter as well. What's nice about windmills is they can be moved by a breeze and in a pinch by people or Pokemon. That's true, Pokemon power. Keep on trucking. Maybe I will. Okay, we can probably get an encounter in the town if we can fish. Gender Mill Town. Why, hello, Carlos. Hello, who is this? Don't be a rival battle. Sycamore. This is fine, I think. Sycamore doesn't battle me, right? This is just his, like, wacky music. How have you been? How's your journey going? See, when I was younger, I visited many different regions as well. I met many kinds of Pokemon, and noticed how each place has its own distinct flavors. Like this town has the flavor of sprinkles because of the ice. So I really came to enjoy trying new foods as I traveled. Oh, give me some food names. Because of my adventures, I'm an expert on all the cafes in Kalos. Professor? Come now, Dexio. I'm going somewhere with this. You remember the Pokemon Lysandra mentioned in that cafe? I skipped over the text. I don't know. Sure, yeah. Probably Xerneas. Wonderful, I knew you would. Kalos' legendary Pokemon is called Xerneas. Yeah, okay. According to material I've heard, have read, can't read today, those who saw it were overwhelmed by its power. They were only able to say that this Pokemon resembled the letter X. They're not going to say it was a deer that resembled a tree. They're going to say it resembled the letter X. Those people are never going to help in any kind of interrogation scenario where they need to, like, track down the culprit. Apparently, this Pokemon can control energy. It gives life energy to plants and Pokemon and makes them full of vitality again. Viagra Pokemon. Pokemon Clover is ruining me. Wherever do you think a Pokemon that amazing could be now? When Kalos' legendary Pokemon loses all of its vitality? What? It goes to sleep in a secret place. I don't have a clue where it could be. The writings that mention it are also around 1,000 years old, so they aren't much help. It would be absolutely astounding if you found it, Carlos. Oh? Really? What if it was randomized to be, you know, I was gonna say Bidoof, we already have Bidoof. Who knows what it'll be randomized to? Maybe I'll look into the legend a little bit. If I find something, I'll let you know. Aha! Oh, it would be a thrill if you found it indeed. But your journey is yours and your Pokemon's alone. I want you to enjoy yourself and do whatever you'd like. Maybe. I just will. Professor gone already? Yeah, about 2 seconds ago. Just look to the right and probably see him. I was hoping to have him have a look at my Pokedex in person. Oh well, I can still get my Pokedex evaluated at Pokemon Center's PC. Anyway, I'm off to look for Pokemon in the Frost Cavern and fill up more of my Pokedex. I am off to go and get a third encounter if I can in this town. Can I fish? Item. A Wackenberry. I have no idea what that is. That might be like produces faster electric type moves. I feel like I see that on water types. I don't know which one of them is. Can I fish here? I have my doubts that I can fish here, but I'm going to try it anyway. I guess out of Good Rod and Old Rod, I'd rather just use the Old Rod, considering we're relying on, like, Dragon Rage Thunderwave anyway, so it being a low level is just more losing the Pokemon. I cannot fish there. Hold on. Let's see if this town is a scam. Is this town a scam? This man is very clearly fishing here. Cross Caverns water flows in. Old Rod. I can't? My guy here is a lie. Does that mean that I can't get any fishing encounter here at all? That would be tragic. And I don't know if we can get an encounter here in that case. Is there anywhere else that goes lower to the water's edge? Hey, yeah, windmill. Right. Oh, oh, the sudden camera change. Like, it's cool, but at the same time, ugh. Oh, well, we have to do this. We have to take the slide, of course. Very, very prioritized. I don't think we can get an encounter in Dendermill Town. Am I able to waddle on? Okay, that'd be Route 17. We don't have to do that just yet. Okay, that's fine. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. I was going to go ahead and grab one more encounter, but it seems like that is not going to be something that I am able to do, so we may as well wrap things up here. We got ourselves a good old Jellicent added to our team. We didn't battle too many people, to be honest. I feel like mostly all I did was talk about death row meals for like 10 minutes, but yeah. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,